First, let me extend a very warm, affectionate, and respectful welcome to the most venerable members of the Mahasangha, Honorable Kurukals, and other members from various other faiths. We as a civil society took this initiative to tap the brains of the intelligent people in this country. So I'm very happy to see a vast group of academics, professionals, and civil society members. We thought of organizing this because after 76 years of independence, we are still a nation that has not achieved what we want to achieve. I still remember I was born to the pre-independent Sri Lanka. I went for the independence celebration because Mr. D. said I come from my village. But I say this many times that what the Sri Lanka I see now and the Sri Lanka I saw in 1948, I cry from my heart because we had various things that had happened. We had taken the country backwards rather than going forward. So it is why we thought, at least at this stage, we should seek your views. How long are we going to go in like this? We have just come to the time of elections. Various political leaders are giving various promises. And this is the time where we can tell everybody, we can tell the policymakers, enough is enough. At least start working together. There's so much of distrust among the community. That is what is worrying us, The Sinhalese and the Tamils and the Muslims. I don't want to go back to several ages back, but I recollect the 1983 incident. We shed blood, human lives, destruction of property. Even that going back to 2017, I recall the incident at Kandy, where a lot of lives were lost, Muslim lives were lost. There was massacre all over. Then on religious issues, we have been having several instances where unnecessary provocation took place. So therefore still we live with suspicion of each other. I wish the Sinhalese and the Tamils and the Muslims can live together with perfect understanding and unity. That is why we thought that we should have this distinguished gathering, very eminent gathering here. How are we going to go forward? Are we going to continue like this forever? Or are we going to only listen only to the politicians? But civil society and academics like you also have a great role to play. And you have been silent for a long time, but time has come where you have to come forward. So we as a civil society organization, we started on this integration program in 2013 when Most Venerable Madhurave Sobatatero, who is the equivalent of Bishop Tutu in South Africa, who stood against the tyranny of the executive presidency. We all joined him to abolish the executive presidency. Of course, we were not fully successful in that, at least halfway we achieved it. But thereafter, we as a civil organization have been going around the country. This year itself, we have visited 160 places in this country. 160 places in the country was traveled by us. Of course, unfortunately, these meetings are not highlighted by the media. The media normally highlight about Harakkata and these beautiful kings and all that, but good work done by the civil society is not highlighted and made known. We get very little noise. But we are very happy as a civil society organization. We have done our duty. We also tried many areas of harmony and coexistence. I remember the 8th Parliament during the tenure at that time, because we found that the Sinhala, the Tamil and the Muslims are divided from birth. This happened in 1960s when the schools were nationalized. So therefore, at that time, the 8th Parliament came forward with a declaration called Devanna Declaration. There we were able to come into general consensus, all-party consensus, where a certain percentage of children belonging to other races or religion be admitted to national school. We have Ananda College, only the Buddhists are coming. There's Saira College, only the Muslims are coming. Then there's another school, which is only Hindus. So this was, I'm very happy to say that was unanimously accepted. It was also endorsed by then Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, and also endorsed by then opposition leader, Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa. But unfortunately, with the change of regime in 2019, this didn't go through. But now, even now, we are agitating. Because in the school, we have to sit together. When I went to school, during our time, we had the Sinhala Tamil Muslim studying together. We studied together, we fought together. At the end of the day, we felt that we are Sri Lankans. So therefore, time has come that these things will be sort of corrected at some stage. Recently, I remember there was also an issue with regard to religious sites. The Kurundi Vihare, you remember on the Kurundi. The Kurundi Vihare was once occupied by a Buddhist priest. Then there was also encroachment of that place by Hindu clergy, because they didn't realize, both sides did not realize that this belonged to everybody. It's an archaeological site. So, but these people, especially politicians, were involved. They were trying to fight each other on this. Then there was an instance where some Hindu clergy and Hindu believers were trying to approach that. Then there were also trainloads of Sinhala people going on to the site, and they were almost about to fight each other. Then it was possible for some people to, we were also involved in that, we were able to talk to them and get them to realize that this is a national site, and therefore it belongs to all of us. And finally, it was possible for us to convince both the Buddhist and the Hindu leaders to have two separate temples adjoining each other. Because in the Poronnaru era, Hindu kovils were there. Then in Kandy, you still have Hindu kovils for Tamil kings or the queens who were invited from India. So these are minor issues, but it of course unfortunately been provoked by the political people especially. So therefore, we now have to realize that at the end of the day, we are human beings. The universal truth we have not realized, that one's race, one's religion is the accident of birth. Wherever we go, we say this. You can see what is happening in Palestine on the birth of, because they belong to one place, they are being harassed and destroyed, and they go through human suffering. So this is where the civil society and even the religious leaders will have to come out. And unfortunately, as far as Israeli and this issue is concerned, then nothing is happening. The world Palestinians are suffering. Every morning we watch the television. It's very painful to see that. International organization, the World Court, all are giving rules, but it's being openly violated. It's like Thuggery approach. So this is why sometimes the world is all for power and not for sanity and not for reasonable assessment. So these are little things we have to come out with. And today's gathering, what we are pleading with you is, please let us put our heads together and come out with some sort of ideas or proposals which can be carried to the authorities. You don't have to shed blood. What is important is for us to live together. That distrust between the Sinhala, Tamil and Muslim communities must be eliminated. Then only we can live in a country that is peaceful. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to dwell at that because there are a lot of things to discuss. For me and National Movement for Social Justice, we are very honored that we had the distinguished presence of a very, very eminent audience. So we are happy that, and also we are thankful to you for your taking the day off to be with us almost the whole day. And I think we also have a duty for the generation unborn to leave behind a country that is peaceful, united, and prosperous. So thank you very much for your patient attention.